I was in the corporate world and I worked for companies like Diageo and Unilever in the marketing and strategy departments. I really enjoyed my job there and time there. However, the thing that I wasn't quite so certain about is that there is only one constant in life, and that is change. And these big multinationals are always changing. So quite often you're having to reapply for your job quite often. So I thought there had to be a better way in life. I was always entrepreneurial as well and had a desire to run my own business. So I started investing in property while I was in the corporate world and quickly realised that I could turn this into a property business. So that's what I set about doing. And that led me to be able to jump out of the corporate world and into property full time. 10 years on, I have a multi-million-pound property portfolio and I focus on high-end HMOs where we let to professionals. We take standard houses, renovate them to a high standard and turn them into multi-let shares where we triple the rental income. So, where was my journey in property? I just started out utilising single, simple buy-to-let properties and I started buying that. I discovered a system to buy cheaply and refinance quite quickly and recycle my money and buy more and more and more. Then, unfortunately, the credit crunch happened. And that was just after I jumped out. So I had to be very intuitive, entrepreneurial, and really get a grip of what was going on. I realised at that point I needed a lot of income coming out of my properties. So I searched around for a strategy that would deliver that for me. At that point in time, social housing was in big requirements. A lot of people were being unemployed and were going on to benefits. So I started helping my tenants claim benefits. And then I realised there was a huge opportunity within this market. So I started to help people, some of which were coming from hostels and homelessness, into housing. So that then led to high income and a great gratitude in terms of turning people's lives around within the social housing sector. But then the market moved again because the austerity kicked in and the government was looking to obviously keep those rents low. Also, we were looking at balancing our portfolio, so I started to look at professional house shares. There were two reasons for that. Again, I could increase the value by changing the planning status, moving the properties up in capital value, but also increasing the rental income. So my focus remained the same, that I needed good yields out of my residential property. Because after all, you can only spend the income you make, not necessarily the capital that you gain. We all know that property in the long term in the UK has always gone up. So that's what attracts me to this sector, but it's the income that you need to really generate good profits and a good living. So that's what I started focusing on. And again, by forcing up the value, I could recycle my cash out of these properties and turn it and buy more and more and more. So now I invest very heavily into professional HMOs. And this is where I am today, a high-end HMO investor and looking at really making an impact in the co-living environment.